I'd like to demonstrate a simple hip carry with an older child. I put the sling on first, make sure that the body of the sling is at or above my waist, and since I just took this off, I'll be sure and loosen the top rail a little bit so that there's room to get her in. We'll be demonstrating today with Ashley. She's 18 months old. Say hi, Ashley. So I'm going to hold her on my shoulder opposite the rings, and making sure I keep the rings in corsage position. I keep this hand on her leg to make sure I've got a hold of her. I'm spreading the fabric out, spreading it under her bottom, going all the way up to her knees, making sure that her bottom is lower than her knees and that the fabric is evenly spread throughout her body. Now, I don't want her dangling out too far, so I'm going to pull some of this slack in by pulling up and over. And I fold this top edge over a little bit. Some younger babies might chew on this. Make sure that my rings are in corsage position and the fabric is cupping my shoulder. I'm making sure that the back is smoothed out. And there we go, we're done. Sometimes older toddlers who are walking well want to get out of the sling right away, and they can be too long to easily lift out the top of the sling quickly. So sometimes you can put them down by letting them down onto their feet. And you want to use caution when doing this so that they don't get entangled in the sling. But it's a pretty easy, quick maneuver. You just bend down, squat down, let their feet rest on the ground as you slip the sling out from under them, and pull the sling off the top of their head. And there she goes, she's done. I'd like to demonstrate a toddler back carry. One of the things I like to do when I'm going to wear a toddler is to overcompensate for the rings sliding down a little bit by starting with them a little bit high. Our model today is the lovely Ashley. She's 18 months. Say hi, Ashley. I'm going to put her on my shoulder opposite the ring and flip her legs through. And we're just going to start off in hip carry. So I'm pulling the fabric over as I get her settled down into the rings. And then once she's there, I do a jump and fly and pull her over. The rings end up in the middle of my chest and her legs are wrapped around my waist. Now my hands are free to do whatever I need to do, and her weight is supported by the lower part of my body, so I'm comfortable. To nurse the baby in the sling, hold the baby on your shoulder opposite the rings. Lift both of the baby's legs through the sling. When you're first starting off, it's helpful to start from a seated position and loosen the sling way up to get the baby latched on, and then tighten the sling around you. But if you're experienced, you don't need to do that sitting down. Slide his head opposite the rings. I get him latched on. I'm supporting him from behind his shoulders. This hand is free. I do support him a little bit with the back of my wrist, but I can still ride or push a grocery cart or do all kinds of things while I'm nursing. Notice that his feet are hanging out on the same side as the rings. And he's down in there, comfortably nursing away. I'm holding 12-month-old Clark in a hip carry, and I'm going to lower him down and nurse him in the sling. So I'm supporting his weight as I loosen the fabric to get it lower. Now you can see how he's lower on my body. Clark, you want Nene? Hi. And there we go. Hi, I'm going to demonstrate the kangaroo carry today. One thing to be sure and do for this position is make sure you have plenty of fabric against your body so that there's a real pocket for the baby to go in. That's very safe and secure. I'll be demonstrating with 8-month-old Clark. Hello, Clark. I'm going to hold him facing out on my shoulder opposite the rings. I will cross his legs and hold them crossed with this hand as I pull him into the sling with the other hand. I seat him down in the deep part of the pocket. Now there's still fabric between him and me from the back of the sling. Hi, honey. And hello. This little top rail is still loose, so I'm going to tighten it by pulling up and over. And then I'm going to fold this edge down. He's very securely in there, and I'm hands-free. So now to take him out, I'm going to lift him up a little bit from the bottom with one hand while I pull the fabric, loosen the top rail with the other hand. And I reach in and pick him up under his arms and lift him out. There we are.